Hey everyone, welcome back. Let's get into the Sunday action in the MLB. Fresh off a exciting Saturday and a great day on the card where we did get 3 of the 4 best bets ended up cashing. So hopefully that all that tailed, congratulations, and let's keep this one going as we've been on a pretty good run across the MLB. Also, we did have the Cats on the ice. The Panthers were victorious with a 6-2 win, I believe, over the likes of the Carolina Hurricanes, pushing that series to 3-0, and great bounce back and a very interesting game in the NBA. Not sure I've ever seen something that kind of lopsided there in the first quarter, and then we sailed over that total of 218 that I did give out on the Discord a little bit later on in the evening. That I did make a move on that. Also like the Timberwolves. So for all the Thunder bettors out there. Please pay attention to kind of what team they are on the road, as those numbers are very glaring as a huge differential with efficiency. But the totals were what we attacked, right? Looked at the first 2 games, and we could kind of tell by the numbers the expected scoring for the Timberwolves was just not on par with what we were getting in the box score, and that did kind of allow that to play out, and one that wasn't really too confident after that first quarter, but we ended up cashing. So let's get into the best bets for baseball. If you guys are new to the channel, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and join us. It's free to do that, okay? So all you have to do is hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. It really does help out the channel. Lets YouTube know that you like what I'm talking about, and if you want to know more about my daily bets and information, hit that bell that you guys see on your screen, that notification bell, so when I do go live, when I do put a video out, you guys get that delivered right to you directly. Okay, so let's get into the card. The first game, we do have a full slate here. So first off, happy Memorial Day weekend to all you guys. Enjoy it. Stay safe. Hopefully you get some warm weather. It's kind of something where pools are opening, and not so much where I'm from. So we're going to be kind of doing other things, but still, nonetheless, great to be off work and involved in some nice sunshine. So let's get into the best bets. The first game on the card, Arizona and St. Louis, is the first game that we're going to talk about. This is where we look into the proposition within this game with Brandon Pfaadt going against Sonny Gray. It's a game where this is a true coin flip, okay? Pfaadt's been kind of impressive from a win-loss standpoint, but not so much in the earned run category. 7-3, 3.83 ERA. Sonny Gray, same thing goes for him, 5-1 on the year, so a little bit of a resurgency back to that pitcher that we all know and love. And I don't want to get involved too much in this game, full disclosure. All right, if you wanted to target some of the props for the Diamondbacks in terms of hitting, I do favor that. But outside of that, this is a true coin flip. If anything, I probably would favor the Diamondbacks on the road. But I don't want to bet against Sonny Gray, and I don't want to bet against the Cardinals at home. As we look at this game, minus 122 for the Cardinals. This will be a true pass, okay? The next game, we're going to go up the board a little bit. This is Cleveland and Detroit, okay? Tarek Skubal is pitching at home. Everything sets up for a Tigers victory. We saw this money line climb from minus 200 all the way up to $2.35. And if you talk about the Guardians, right, ended up winning yesterday, so bringing that to a 1-2, I believe, on the little weekend series that we got going on. But for me, guys, I think this is something where you have to look at the under. Okay, so I would lean under Guardians Tigers. No official play. Okay, Orioles Red Sox. We get another one where we do expect some runs. Dean Kramer going against Walker Buehler. Buehler's 4-1 on the year. Okay, he has given up a lot of runs, but still a little bit of getting it done from the win column within kind of registering official wins, okay? And we saw, I think, a little bit of a back and forth, little zigzag, where we did get the Red Sox and Orioles splitting. They've had some weather concerns, so you have been getting some doubleheaders. But in this game, I think that this does lend towards the conversation that the Red Sox are a better hitting team. I think they have the better pitcher. And if you look at this at minus 125, I think I would lean with the Bo Sox here, bringing their record above the 500 category into 28-27 on the year. So I would lean Red Sox, okay? Giants, Nationals, Robbie Ray pitching 6-0 on the year, 2.67 ERA going against Soraka for the Nats. And this is something where I think the Giants tee off, okay? So if you want to talk about this game, minus 155. Number has been bet down. You can find minus 160 somewhere, some places in the market. I think this is one where the Giants are a definite category for a moneyline parlay dance partner. There's a couple games that I would string together if I was going to go in that regard. I won't lay the 1.5. I won't lay the minus 155, but I do lean Giants going against the Nationals and backing Robbie Ray. You could also look into Robbie Ray to register a win. I think that's a very strong position. to go 7-0 on the year. So I would lean Giants and backing Robbie Ray going against the Nats. Okay. Brewers and Pirates, another game where, quite frankly, I want to get involved. It's a fishy line. I'm just going to be honest with you guys. Bailey Falter going against Henderson for the Brew Crew. 3-0 on the year, 1.69 ERA for Henderson. On the road, we saw Pirates kind of, I guess they're deciding to win games. And it's something where you want to talk about this 135 first pitch. I think that this is a very strong conversation to have, that they've lost 2 straight. So the Pirates winning 2 straight. The weekend series is 1-2 in favor of Pittsburgh. And I think Milwaukee does bounce back, kind of ties it up in this rubber match, where I do look for Milwaukee to have some success. Even in the win yesterday, we saw Pittsburgh only score 2 runs. Going against Bailey Falter, I think the Brew Crew gets this one done. And I think it's a very strong play, but it's very fishy. I just don't like the fact that it's minus 130. I probably would have this game handicapped into the minus 150 category personally, but I think this is something where the odds makers are kind of not trusting the Brewers' bats. I think that going against Bailey Falter, they are going to be very effective and taking out that lefty on the road against Pittsburgh. So I would lean Milwaukee in this spot. Cubs-Reds, another game, great pitching matchup. Ben Brown going against Nick Lodolo. The Reds at home, I think this is something where you could look for some runs. We saw a game yesterday where kind of was interesting in terms of what we saw within the output. Cincinnati is plus 104 there on the money line, plus 105, whatever you want to find. But if you want to talk about this game at what we've seen, we've got some runs, 4-6 and 13-6 respectively. I would lean over. So taking that over 9 at minus 105. It hasn't been a bet for the Reds that has cashed a lot. It's been 2, 9, and 1 in the last 10 games, going over the total of 9 for the Reds. But the Cubs, on the other hand, okay, that is something where we've seen a 6, 3, and 1 turn in terms of over 9 runs in their last 10. I would lean over Cubs and Reds going over the total of 9 at minus 105. You do get that opportunity for a flat push. So I do like the fact that we're close to even money at minus 105. So I would go over in Cubs Reds. Next game, the Toronto Blue Jays taking on the Tampa Bay Rays. No play for me as well. We will hit some official bets coming up very shortly. But that's kind of where we look into this. It's a true coin flip in my personal opinion. I just don't trust either one of these teams to do well. Ryan Pepiot going against Chris Bassett. I would lean Blue Jays. Pepiot has not been the player and pitcher that we have backed last year. Him at home, it's another conversation. So it would be Blue Jays or nothing, but I don't want to get involved in this game, so this is a pass as well. The next game, and our first official bet that I will give out, this will be the likes of Kansas City and Detroit, looking at a total of 7.5. I am going to go under the total. This is where we look at minus 110. And if you look at it 7.5 for the full game, that's fine. But the way I'm going to approach this game, and my best bet will be in the first 5 innings. We're going to go under a flat 4 at minus 115. I think that I don't trust these bullpens, but I want to get involved in this game. So we're going to go first 5 innings under 4, minus 115 as my first official play. Okay, next one I want to talk about, and you can kind of see right here where we look at this on Outlier, you can see kind of where the first 5 totals end up. If you want to take the 4.5, which has been a 70% cash rate for the likes of the Kansas City Royals, minus 160. That was the only bet that we did lose yesterday, going to extra innings. And it's a game where if you look at left on base for the Royals, they had 11 runners left on base, I believe. That was one where I think that we should have swept the card yesterday. In backing that the Royals should have been victorious. But here we are, guys. I think this is a low-scoring affair, and I will go under the first 5 once again. Okay. Next game we're going to talk about is the Texas Rangers-Chicago White Sox matchup in Chicago. There was an upset yesterday. The Rangers went down. The White Sox were victorious. So if you are going to back the Patrick Corbin-led Texas Rangers on a little bounce-back spot, I don't quite frankly mind it. Minus 135 going against Martin for the White Sox. Something where you just got to trust the White Sox can't win 2 in a row. So if you do like Texas on the road, that would be how I would approach this game, and that would be the lean that I would have, but no official play in this contest. Okay, Seattle and Houston, another game where if you look at kind of what we saw yesterday, Very interesting the way this one played out. We do get Gordon going against Castillo. Always make sure when you play the Mariners which Castillo you're getting. But this is something where you talk about kind of yesterday's game, 2-1, where Houston was victorious. I think going onto this spot, I do favor the Mariners a little bit. I think that they have the better pitcher going. And I don't trust Houston's lineup, so I think this is something where Seattle would be the correct side at -125. So I do agree with the odds makers. It's a little bit too much delay on the road, so this will be a pass as well. Okay, the next one, we talked about the Diamondbacks and Cardinals a little earlier, but we are going to hit upon the game that everybody wants to talk about, and this is one that I can't quite frankly understand. The Yankees and the Rockies, okay, and Santazella for the Rockies is absolute a fade monster, okay, so Aaron Judge, congratulations, he has hit a home run in Coors Field, both of the 2 games that we have seen, and this is where you got to back the Yankees once again. Rockies are just absolutely atrocious, probably the worst team in baseball. And looking for a way to handicap this game, there's really no, quite frankly, way to do it, okay? I'll show you guys something on your screen right here. And this is where we look into the alternate run lines. And I just, for the life of me, do not understand. You could take the Yankees. You have to take the Yankees -6 on the alternate run line to get a plus $2 price, okay? And that's just, I've never seen that before in my lifetime. That would be probably more so over $4, but against the Rockies, not so much. And I just quite frankly don't understand that, and I will never lay that. So that's kind of where I'm at. If you wanted to find plus money, even in that regard, you'd have to lay 3.5 with the Yankees on the run line to get to that price. The way I'm going to approach this game, though, and it will be a multiple unit play, we're going to go Yankees over 5 runs tied together with the Yankees on the money line. You can find that at -155 if you do shop around. That's how I'm playing it. It's going to be a 2-unit play for me. We're going to lay it. We're going to trust it. But give me the Yankees over 5 runs with the money line. It does buy that juice down, and that will be my best bet and how I'm going to approach the Yankees-Rockies game. But it's something with Santazella pitching. You have to find a way to do it. Also, you could just lean into the full game if you wanted to. I don't really trust Warren as much. If you do think the Rockies do plate some, I would dabble with the over 11, -115. Just don't like it as much because there is that potential that the Rockies just fail to score and the Yankees don't get double-digit runs. So we're going to stay away from that. But I will take that money line parlay with the Yankees team total to kind of bring that juice down. Okay, it does correlate as well, but it's something where you don't have to lay -3.5 to get there. Okay, next game, Phillies and Athletics. If you want to talk about moneyline parlays, this is definitely one that I would lean to. Taking the Phillies with the San Francisco Giants, I think that would be kind of a 2-leg moneyline parlay that I do recommend. Jesus Luzardo has been fascinating, sub-2 ERA, 5-0 on the year, going against the A's. We're going to fade them again. They have been kind of getting obliterated by the Phillies, and the Athletics do score a little bit, but I just think that the Phillies will be victorious on the road, so we will lay. If you wanted to get involved, that would be probably my best money line parlay. Maybe Yankees, Phillies, and Giants. If you wanted to kind of even juice it up a little bit more, that would be kind of one of my stronger money line parlay combinations on today's card to get some plus money value. Okay, but outside of that, I'm not going to play the game straight up. I'm not going to lay the run line -1.5 at -110. I just don't think it's great value. So that's how I would approach this game within Jesus Luzardo and backing that strong lefty. Okay. The next game, Marlins and Angels. All right, it's Kyle Hendricks going against Cabrera for the Marlins. And the Marlins have been hitting the baseball very, very well. Okay, they're stringing together a lot of hits. I wanted to take the over 9.5 at +105. That was something that I was leaning towards. But then I ended up going into the direction with Kyle Hendricks going over, his earned runs at 2.5 at +100. All right, I looked at his game logs, his box scores. This has cashed in 60% of his last 10 games, his outings, and I think that one is one where if you look at it, I don't think that is fully in 2025, but I just think it's even better than what the numbers do say, especially with the way the Marlins have been playing baseball. I think we could get this all in one inning, to be honest. So it's just a different way that I'm going to play it. I don't trust the Marlins outright, but I'm going to take Kyle Hendricks over 2.5 earned runs at plus money, and that will be my best bet in that contest. Okay. The last two games that we were going to talk about, the Braves and the Padres. Swellenbach going against Dylan Cease. I do lean Braves. Since Ronald Acuna has came back, he's been getting it done from the home run department as well. 2 home runs in 2 games back. So, you got to love it. Tip your cap to that kid. Great recovery, great return to action. And I do lean Braves once again, fading the Padres on the road. However, if you do play the zigzag, it would be kind of a kind of buy low spot for the Padres at plus 120 on the road. And I think that's something that it's viable, but I just think the Braves are going to win this game outright. But because of my thoughts on the Padres, I will not play this game. It's a no play for me, but I think that the Braves do end up getting the win here in this spot. And then the last game on the card that we will have an official play in, this will be Dodgers and Mets. And if you want to look at the Dodgers on the road, it does tell the whole story. They have a losing record on the road, and Logan Knack going against Kodai Senga for the Mets has been very impressive. A 1.43 ERA. I think it's just the correct side. I think it's a little bit of a revenge spot from the NLCS last season, and the Dodgers just have not been playing well on the road. So give me the Mets here at minus 130 to get this one done outright, and that will be my last official play. Okay. Appreciate you guys tuning in. As always, good luck today with your tickets. Let's cash some bets. Enjoy the Memorial Day holiday. We will talk about kind of a recap right now. This is when we're gonna get into the best bets that we'll have. The first one will be Yankees over 5 runs money line parlay. That will be a 2-unit play for me. Not saying you guys do that, but that's just something where I feel strongly about it. Also, Royals Twins under 4 first 5 minus 115. Mets on the money line minus 130, and Kyle Hendricks over 2.5 earned runs at plus 100. Okay, so that'll wrap it up. Those are my best bets. Appreciate you guys tuning in, and for those of you that are not subscribed, make sure you all hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you guys all in the next video. Cheers.